Hello guys, it's Sakuems. Welcome back on my channel. So in this week's video, I want to just go back to the basics. I have worked for a few hours this morning and I talked about it to my boyfriend and all, and we figured things out together. You have heard before on this platform that I tend to be like on and off, and I tend to worry a lot about the content and all that jazz. There's just so much to debunk. I have decided and I have just realized also a few things. First things first, I still want to keep content in English, at least for now, but I will probably do my streaming on the Wednesdays, either in French or in English, depending on how I feel or who's there. I might just do both, I guess, just like, exchange in the language of the person who's watching in a way. But we'll see about streaming. It's a little bit different. But for the content on this platform, on my main channel, I know for a fact that I love making art. I love creating content. I love telling stories. I love expressing myself. I love teaching and just like providing content, providing resources. I love making stuff. The only thing I don't like is that I don't have visibility. I don't have a lot of reach. I usually have very little engagement. I know I have like a hardcore fan base, but I don't have a lot to rely on, and that doesn't translate into engagement, and that doesn't translate into me making a living. I don't want to get too much into the details, but the last couple of months I made very, very little money, and I can't make a living with my art anymore. So I either find a new job or I have to adapt the way I'm creating things and trying my best to, I guess, compensate for the lack of maybe skills or engagement, or just providing something else, something new, something that AI can do, just something more than just coloring pages, because not a lot, maybe you guys don't want to actually color anything. And if you have any suggestions on the content, I would like to know. I'm talking more about maybe like if you are not into coloring pages, if you don't want to color any kind of artworks, but you do like my work, what do you like about it, in a sense that are you here for like the entertainment purposes? You want to learn from me? Are you missing like the old school challenges? I don't know, any kind of things like that. I know that myself, I do like a mixture between vlogging and art segments, which is exactly what I'm doing today. But I have tons of ideas. I just want to figure out the best way to implement those in a, I guess, how do I voice that in English? I am a very anxious and a very overthinker kind of person. So, and I do usually take a lot of time to create things. So I want to be able to dive into my work, to be really focused into it. And if I have to record content to share what I do, it usually has a toll on me because the mindset is different. I have to think about different things and I can't really be in the moment. And if I record too much, I have tons of hours of editing, and it's just a lot of work. And it's not that I don't want to do the work, it's that I can't put the time and effort in only that, because that doesn't bring any income. I have to spend time working on things that could potentially be added to the store, and also just have some time to reflect and brainstorm ideas, work on my book, write my stories. All of those things are more like in the field of like research that could potentially be a project at some point, but they require tons of hours, unpaid hours, and to do that I need income. So the best way to voice that and to just like give an insight of like what's to come, I'm going to try my best in the next couple of months. I would like to maybe just go for like 3 months or something, where I will put out whatever content I feel like making. Basically, just deep dive into my brain and do just anything, sketching, art challenges, color theory classes, small doodling, any kind of random pattern, anything really that just feel like I want to do, and record just snippets of those, so it's easier to record a short format And then on a weekly basis, I will do exactly what I'm doing right now. It's just like give an update, chit chat about it, insert some longer version of any kind of artwork that I've created. And that's what you're going to get today. I might just add like the artwork on top of what I'm doing and what I'm saying, just because it's pretty long. But what I'm saying is that I want to try to go back to the basics and make things more simple for me, which is what everybody around me has been telling me, even like fortune telling and my friends and my mom, and like everyone is just like, girl, just stop overthinking every single thing. Just do whatever. Even if you post the most random content, it's still better than not posting anything, right? I'm trying to look at the proper lens. It's right here. I want to stop being so scared, and I want to just be fully myself, which is a lot of work, and it's a weird, complex thing for me, because I've been dreading the change for a long time, and I don't have the luxury to just be like, okay, whatever, let's just ruin everything, because I'm broke. That's the reality. It's not terrible. I'll be okay. You don't have to worry about that. I just don't want to give up on my art career. I love that so much, and I I just don't like the fact that I don't know how to reach out to people. I don't know how to be relevant. I don't know how to be seen. I keep trying different things, and it doesn't really work. So I have to work harder maybe and try different things until I find the proper recipe that is easy enough for me to implement in a day-to-day life, in my work life. Because if it's a lot of work, I don't think I'll manage that, because I don't manage a lot of work. Every time I try, I'm exhausted, so exhausted. And I put in like 40-50 hours of work and I don't get any income, and so it's just not sustainable. It's not about just the money, but you have to understand that this is my job and I need to have it work in some way or another, or I have to do something else. And if I do something else, if for some reason I end up just having to get another job, that's a full-time job, and I will be paid for that, and that means I don't have any kind of time to create anything else besides a few artworks here and there, and I don't want to give up on all of those. I do have a lot of I am so grateful for the support I already have had over the years. There's a lot of people who are following me, who are still here, and I really appreciate that. I have a few people on Patreon. So that's a very long update. I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm just extremely tired like always, and I have been having this pity party with myself because I feel like I'm not enough, and it's really saddening because I love making art and I love creating, so I want to find that back. And the only way for me to do that is just to force myself in creating things in a different way to make content, but also not paying attention to the trends. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing, which is get the camera rolling and tell things about my life, about what I'm doing, about my art, and share some process and tutorials and fun things. And hopefully if I implement that in a routine, that will be easier for me. So with that being said, I will now leave you alone with some artwork time-lapses that I did for a short format a couple of days ago. I really like the outcome. It didn't take me too long to do. It's not extremely complex. It's just a fun portrait of an elf with some red flowers and all. It's just a little thing just to chill. I want to create more random characters just for entertainment purposes. And if you want to find out more about the process and how I'm doing that, you can just keep on watching. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. I will leave you now with the speed paint that I've just did. And if you would like to know more about my schedule and everything that's coming, just keep on watching. I will explain that to you while I draw. Let's go. Basically, the plan for the next couple of months is to implement a routine where I will be recording content for short formats. So that will be short for YouTube, Reels, and TikToks, basically 3 times a week. on various time zones. Like I will post in the mornings, at noon, and at night. Then when it comes to YouTube, I will post a vlog update every week. So on the Mondays, what I will do basically is record some snippets and clips, like a small intro, maybe just a recap of my week, and I will incorporate in the video the longer format, the longer version of any kind of the short content that I've created. But my process usually, even for this artwork, was over an hour long. So I'd like to, for those who really like to get more into the details and see my process and all, I feel like it's better to add also the longer version of each content if it's suitable for a longer video. Some might not get the cut and they won't be in a long video, but I do think as a consumer myself, when I look at art shorts, it's usually just not the best format for my liking. I like to get a bit more into the process. I feel like 3 to 5 minutes will be my sweet spot. On occasions, you know, if I do art challenges, I will maybe just use the short format for highlights, and then you will see the longer process on Mondays. So that's the plan for the future, for the next couple of months. I am on track already, so I'm hoping to keep that. And if you are interested in like just keeping, you know, eyes on what I'm doing and all, the best place to go is on my Patreon page. You can join for free. It's just like a personal feed where I will post any kind of new updates, sketches, any kind of artwork, anything that I'm doing will be on Patreon. And if you do want to get like the pro, like the gold rewards and like the content that I'm creating specifically for Patreon, then you can join and subscribe whenever you want. You don't have to do that, but if you just want to be updated of what I'm doing, that's just the best place to go. And speaking about the artwork, just quickly, I wanted to have a sense of like a very simple process, straight to the point, you know, sketching, coloring with minimal colors, and have a rendering of something very sketchy. And I like that. I like when lines are blurry, it's not too polished, it doesn't take me 10 plus 15 hours to complete an artwork. Now, the concept itself is pretty basic. That's just for me to try a technique, but I will definitely try to incorporate that technique into maybe more advanced or more in-depth process, like in-depth artworks. But because I did that for a short, I had to keep it quite simple and, you know, just get on with it. And so it's not like mind-blowing, but I like her. And she doesn't have a name, so if you want to name her, you can do that. So usually I find names for my characters, but I don't really have one yet. So if you have any suggestions, you can do that. But yeah, that's basically what I had to say about this. I hope that you will embark with me on the rest of this journey. Like I said, if you didn't know, I'm streaming, but I'm now streaming on Twitch exclusively, on Twitch at Sakuems, and that's every Wednesdays at 9 p.m. GMT +1, so like for Europe basically. And I usually will stream in French or English or just do both. And I will usually stream probably either some sketching, coloring, or like a demo or tutorials, any kind of content. This Wednesday, I will have something very special for me. I've been working on a coloring set, a new one, and it's a small one with 10 designs. And the release is for this Wednesday/Thursday, but I will announce that on Wednesday. So if you would like to not miss anything about this, you can join me on Twitch. Yeah, link below again if you would like to see that. I will also do a post, like a special post to release all of that on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. I will mention the release. So yeah, I'm excited to show you that. I hope you will like it. And yeah, that's basically what I had to say. So thank you so much for your support. If you'd like to get your hands on this little artwork, the original is available on my Etsy store. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and for your support, you guys. I hope that great things are coming my way, and I will definitely never give up on my art journey. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the Wednesday for the streams. And if not, I will see you next week. Bye!